Hey y'all, this is Nina Stevens, and I'm in the South where sushi is still called bait. So today, we're going to give an update on where Josh is on his camper. And it's freezing today, so I'm cold, and I'm tired. So, Josh is going to do a walk around on the inside to show you what he's got done, and then we're going to show you what we're going to do for the floor covering. It's called a burnt wood technique. So instead of getting floor covering, linoleum or carpet or whatever, we're going to do the burnt wood technique on the 3/4 inch plywood that he got to replace the floor with. So hold on just a second and let me let Josh take over so he can talk you through what he did on the inside.
Alrighty, so this is what I've done to the inside here. You can see I've come all the way back here with got all the rotten floor out of it, all that OSB. You can see here on the corner there, I've taken all that out. Everything that's left in there is a little black, but it's still good board. It ain't no rot to it. So I left it alone. I didn't feel the need to pull that board out of it. You can see I pulled everything up here, and I've got to replace those boards there. On this side, I didn't have to pull anything out of there. It's all good. Wasn't no rot or nothing like that. No moisture in there. I did have to take this panel down to get to where I could put my flooring up to that point there, because I couldn't get to the staples that was in the edge of that old plywood down. And you can see where I've come in and put some new joists in there to give it a little more support. And I've done that in several places. This center board here was pretty bad. Wasn't a whole lot of support there, so I just come right beside it and put two more in there. I've done that here as well. This board right here is where the base of the bed is going to mount to, so I went there, and that board there needed a little more support, so I put two in there. And then right here on the edge where my plywood is going to sit, I put one there and I put one there, and that's just to give the edge of the plywood support to keep it from dipping right there on the edge, because it didn't have nothing to sit on there, so I went in and put a board there. But I plan on dropping some new insulation in there, put my plywood down, and then I'll have to put my boards back over there, and I'll be able to put the bed back in, and we'll be ready to rock and roll then. But that's just a little update on what I got going on in here, and we're finna start doing this floor and getting this burnt wood technique down, and we're gonna rock and roll with it. So give me just a second, and we'll start on this floor.
Is that good, Callie? That's some good stuff. Oh my God, he's so rotten.
Alright folks, so the burnt wood technique is you have your plywood, and like I said, we're doing 3/4 inch. It is treated plywood. You take your torch, regular old handheld torch, multi-use, just regular torch, and you burn it. You just burn it. That's all you do, just burn it. And then you take your polyurethane and cover it after you sand it down, if you want to. If it looks good enough for you, then you just put your polyurethane on top of it and be done with it. But we're going to show you how we're going to do this. Alright folks, well I just want to say that the idea for this burnt wood technique comes from my mother, Nina Stevens at Southern Ark Homesteads. She come up with the idea, and she's basically teaching me how to do it. I say teaching, she's instructing. She's real good at instructing.
You shut up.
She is instructing me how to do it. She come across the idea and showed me a picture of it, and I think it's just beautiful. So I said, hey, why don't we try it on my camper and see how it works out for, experimental purposes. We could do it on my camper and go from there. So this is what we're going to do, and we're going to go ahead and get started.
Because you can always cover it up if you don't like it.
So you just take the torch and you just run it on your plywood there. And you see how it's turning it black. That's what you want. Get that black look in there. That black is what makes it real pretty when you put that polyurethane over the top of it.
Yep. I like it like I like my campfire hot dog, crispy.
And it's not all going to be black. It's going to have some of the wood look show through it, which is what you want.
See that? This part right here?
Mm-hmm.
Go that. Sorry, I had my 2 cents in there. Because I like the pattern on that. And you can do as much or as little as you like. Oh yeah, that's gonna be pretty, Josh. Pretty awesome. Alright, we'll bring you back when we get done so you can see what it looks like. So this is what we got done so far. Now we're fixing to go over, and it's smooth on the top part. So Josh said he likes that. He doesn't want to sand it. So we're going to go over the top of it with polyurethane clear, and I think it's going to be gorgeous, gorgeousness. So we're going to do this same technique in my camo camper. So that's where we're at now, and I'll bring you back in a minute.
Probably gonna do 2 coats, huh?
I don't know. I'm just flying by the seat of my pants here, boy. The polyurethane is going on, and it's pretty. It's prettiness. You like it, Josh?
I love it.
Heck yes. Don't do it too much, get suds. That's where we're at. Awesome stuff. Nope, don't do it across grain.
Well, I'm trying to push it out.
Whatever. I'm telling you, boy. He won't listen to me. He's hard-headed.
I had a little too much on it. I was trying to push the extra up. Alright folks, just want to give you a little update. I do have my insulation down, ready for the plywood. Once we get it ready, we'll measure it, cut it, and stick it in. But I just wanted to kind of give you an update on what I got going on. Got my insulation in there, ready to rock and roll. And there was a piece of board in the way, and then this and another. Let's cut some shit out of it.
Oh.
Apparently there was a piece. There was a piece of this board.
Shit. I mean, shoot. Okay.
There was a piece of that 1x still under the bottom there, and it had a screw in it. It wouldn't let me put the plywood where I needed it to be, and then that board there that went all the way across was giving me trouble, so I just got this sucker out of there.
Josh is going in with the plywood that we burnt, and he's having difficulties, and I'm trying to make sure he watches his language.
But it should just lay in there now.
It sure is going to be pretty. You need me to get out of your way? Sorry. You need to come this way with this piece over here. You see that gap?
Well, I still got a little bit over there I gotta get to.
Oh yeah, sorry.
I think I'm gonna have a little gap there because my cut on this piece is not exactly square.
Well, I thought that's why I gave you the square.
This, Mama.
Oh, gotcha.
So, probably gonna have to run these caulk
Mm-hmm.
and never fill that gap up. But
Yeah.
it is what it is.
Right. At least you won't be falling through to the... There you go. Awesome.
Just bring you back a little bit here, show you what I got done so far. I got my plywood down, best I could. As you can see, my burnt wood techniques look phenomenal. I love it. I'm probably gonna, once I get everything in here, I'm probably gonna put another coat of the polyurethane just to give it a little more shine, a little more shimmer. But as you can see, I was not particular when I cut my line here on this piece. This is the original floor. It's So I do got a little bit of gap, so I'm probably gonna come back and put a piece of lap over that to just clean it up, make it look pretty. But what I did down here is I took the equivalent to Flex Seal, which is Rust-Oleum Leak Seal flexible rubber coating. It's a Rust-Oleum version of Flex Seal. And on my tin right here, this is the outside of the camper, and this is your rubber, what's supposed to be help keeps water out, water guard, I guess. But I had a couple holes in there where some of the screws didn't quite cooperate with me, so I took the Flex Seal and I just put a coat of Flex Seal on that just to seal up the holes, just to, you know, prevent any unwanted moisture from getting in there. And I went all the way down with it just to give it a little bit more protection, you know, just to prevent any water from getting in there that doesn't need to be. But that's where I'm at on this little bit here. So on the next series, I'll be finishing up my walls here. Got to put a board in there to go along there. Same thing over here. Got to put me a board in up there. Fill that gap in. Got to come back in here with my board, my fascia board right there. Put that back in there. Put my wall back up because I had to pull that paneling down off of that wall. My intentions were to knock this wall loose on the bottom and just scoot it back ever so slightly where I could get all the wood out. Well, the genius designers decided they wanted to make the inside the bathroom screw everything to that wall, so I couldn't move it. So I had to take that piece of paneling out, take that bottom board off where I could get all of the staples and everything out from underneath there to where I could put my plywood back up underneath the edge of it. So there's a it's literally a 1x1 that goes on that bottom edge there, and then my paneling there, I put it back up with some little staples, if I got any. We might have to redneck engineer that. But once I get done with that, you know, I'll bring you back with an update. You can see where I had to drill a hole in there for my wires that goes to my motor that runs the slide. But other than that, everything's moving right along, looking pretty good. But we'll bring you back with another update when I get a little further along.
Hey y'all, Callie and I appreciate you watching our video. yes we do. We've got some more you may want to see. And if you like what you see, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Thanks, and until next time, we'll see you later. No.